welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Oline and I'm a knitter from Norway, and I really want to knit the Ingrid sweater. It's been on my to knit list for I think a year, and it's been a bit of a dream knit, but I haven't really found the yarn that I just know that this is what I want to knit the Ingrid with. But last month when I was in Sandnes and visited Sandnes outlet, I found the yarn that I really want to knit the Ingrid with. This is Peer Gynt in the color Poppy, and this just screamed at me that I should knit Ingrid with it. And I've been so excited to knit the Ingrid that I've even knit a swatch. And the whole time I've been planning for the Ingrid to be my Easter cast on, and now it's Easter. I'm at my parents' cabin, and I thought there isn't a better time to cast on than now, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I hope you'll want to stay with me and knit the Ingrid sweater with me. I also have a knit along for the Ingrid because the Ingrid is a really popular pattern, but there are some issues with it or something that are more challenging than others, so I am hosting a knit along so we can all figure the pattern out together. So hopefully this will turn out as great as I'm hoping it will. The gauge is right, and I love how clear the stitch definition is, and I love the Ingrid pattern with this yarn color. I'm super excited. I have definitely overpacked for this trip to the cabin because I've brought 5 skeins and I'm going to be staying here for one night. But I'm super excited, so I'm going to go cast on right now, and I hope you'll want to watch me knit the Ingrid sweater.
Broken den. Så hodet är här. Mamma ska.
Hi, I'm back with a little update on this guy. I was originally supposed to do this update a while ago, but this is just too addictive to knit on, so when I'd finished the back yoke I couldn't get myself to stop, so I thought, okay, when I'm done with the front yoke before I join in the round, I'll do the update then. But then also this was just too addictive, too much fun, so I forgot all about doing an update. But I've now run out of yarn on that skein. I did end up joining in the round and I've knit a couple of rows here in double moss stitch, as you can see. But I thought now would be a good time to do the update. I think I've used about 150 grams of yarn so far to do this, and it's been a lot of fun. I have loved doing the German short rows on the back. I know I love doing that part. I love German short rows, and I love doing everything else on the back side. I even love these crisscross things, which I usually do not enjoy at all. They usually annoy me a lot, but I think the yarn in this makes me enjoy them because I am knitting on a Moby slip over here with the same kind of texture, but this is in a much softer yarn, Drops Baby Merino, whereas this is Peer Gynt, and I do not enjoy doing them here. I think they're just, I don't think they look good in like soft yarn, but in this one where the yarn is a lot more rustic, I really like the stitch definition they get, and that's made the whole difference to me. So I've actually enjoyed them a lot on this project. And another thing I was a bit worried about on this project was doing the right shoulder, because you have to tear your yarn, break your yarn to start somewhere else. And the last time I made this adult size that was for my sister, that totally killed my motivation. I don't like breaking the yarn and making more ends for myself. But this time it was totally okay with me. I think that's because I've learned how to do spit splicing, so I've already have a lot fewer ends than I would, because every time I change skeins I just felt the ends together. That being said though, this still has a lot of ends for me to weave in, so if you're like me and don't like weaving in ends, that's definitely something you have to think about doing this project, but hopefully it won't be too bad. I am working on being better at weaving in ends as I go, but it's just too much fun to knit on this, so I don't want to take breaks to weave in ends. But yeah, I'm on the body now, but my plan now that I run out of this skein is to just take a little break from the body and do the neckline, just because it makes it much easier to try it on and just see how it fits my body if I have the neck, in my personal opinion. And the neck is also the thing I'm the most unsure about. I've thought a lot about maybe doing the original neck or doing 2x2 ribbing but folded down, but I think the thing I've settled on doing for the neck is to do a folded down collar but in 1x1 ribbing, because I'm hoping to make this as a match with my son, and the junior version has the 1x1 ribbing folded down, so I think that would look the best together. So that's what I'm going to do for this one as well. I do kind of think the original neck in the pattern is really cool, but I do not like things on my neck, especially knitting. I enjoy V-necks or like loose collars. I don't like to feel like I'm being choked out by wool, so I think that will be the best for this one to get this the most wear. So I'm super excited about that, and I hope that I'll be able to get in a lot of knitting on this week, because this week I don't have too many other knitting plans. I usually have too many, but this week I've kind of carved out time to work on this because I cannot wait to have this in my wardrobe. But that is my little update so far, and now I'm going to go back to working on this. with a little update on my Ingrid, and I'm so happy to say that I'm finally done with the body. This last part took forever. I thought, oh, this is just ribbing, this is going to fly by, don't have to look at the chart, don't have to look at anything. But it took so long, especially this last part on 3.5 millimeters, this like last part of the single ribbing here took so long. When I started doing the single rib, I was like, okay, this is going to be finished today, and then I think it took like 2 days after that until I could finally do the Italian bind off. So this definitely humbled me and made me realize that knitting takes a bit longer time than I think it will. I also think that the 3.5 millimeter needle I was working with just was not the perfect size for this. I was working with an 80 centimeter needle, so I had to pull on the stitches a lot to be able to knit them. I think I would have felt better knitting and been a bit more effective knitting it if I had a 60 centimeter needle, just because this isn't that wide, and since it's ribbing it's also quite tight. But yeah, this is my Ingrid. Of course, she looks a bit silly now. She definitely needs a block, but also she looks so long. I don't know, I don't usually make my sweaters very long, as you can see. But this seems like it's going to be one of my longer sweaters, but I think that's going to be perfect with this yarn, just because Peer Gynt in itself is like a warmer yarn, so it makes no sense to make like a cropped sweater that's super warm. I would rather it be like a bit longer, and then it working very well for both colder times, and also I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this spring and summer as well, because we don't have that warm spring and summer weather, and I feel like Peer Gynt almost is like a bit wind resistant, just because it is so thick, and like, I don't know, it just feels a bit wind resistant when I have the one piece I have in it. But yeah, this is the body, and now I actually just have the sleeves left. I need to try it on to see how this neckline works, because I've been a bit unsure about this neckline. It just is a bit chunkier than I would like maybe, but now that the body is done, I'm going to try it on, see how it fits with like the whole weight of the body, and if I like that, then I won't have the rug, and then I only have the sleeves left, and I'm so excited. I still feel like one sleeve is going to take me one day, but remembering that I also felt like that about this ribbing, I think this is going to take a bit longer than that, but I would be so happy if I could get it done in like next month maybe, not the month but next week, because in about a week May starts, and I feel like May is like the first proper spring month here, and this is such a lovely spring color and a lovely sweater for like colder spring weather. But I'm going to try it on now and see how it fits and how the neckline acts, and then hopefully I'll be able to start working on the sleeves a bit later. Hi, I'm back with what I think is going to be the very last update for the Ingrid. This has been on my needles for quite some time now. I think it's been more than a month, but I am nearing the finish line now. I have spent quite a long time dreading picking up for the sleeves just because I don't really like picking up stitches, so it just held me off. But I did pick up stitches yesterday, and once the stitches were picked up, the sleeve is super fun. It's all of the same structures, just on a smaller circumference, so you see it grow even faster, and you do some German short rows, which I love, and you just see it come together really quickly, which helped my motivation a lot. So I've already gotten pretty far on the sleeve. I am at the crisscross section now, so I really think this will be done quite soon if I only actually spend my time knitting on this. I have been very back and forth with this project. It's been my main project a lot, and I've knit a lot of it for some time periods, and then there's been times like this last week, I think it's been maybe more than a week even, where I've just not knit on it at all because I haven't wanted to pick up stitches or this or that. But I'm super excited to have this done now. I can't wait to have this in my closet. I think it will be such a great addition to my closet. It is starting to get a bit warmer outside now. We have quite warm weather right now, but I think we're not supposed to have this warm weather for long. I think it's going to be cold again next week, so hopefully I'll have this by then, so that it getting cold again won't be such a bummer. But can't wait to add this to my wardrobe, can't wait to wear it. I think I'll get to wear it quite a lot, even though we are heading into spring and summer, because spring and summer weather here is not great. But that is my last update for this Ingrid, I think, before the final summary update. But this is my Ingrid. I love her. Can't wait to have her done. Now I just need to knit. Hi, the Ingrid sweater is finally done. I am so happy to finally have it off my needles and on my body, and I must say it turned out absolutely perfect in my opinion. The sleeves are a bit tighter on me than in the pattern even after blocking, but I quite like that, and the fit of the body turned out absolutely perfect, just the perfect amount of oversized, and the body also hits exactly where I would want it to hit. And I was a bit worried about when knitting this, since you knit it without measuring centimeters, you just do it based on repeats and rows. I was worried it was going to be too long or maybe even too short, but it hits at absolutely the perfect spot where I like it to, so I'm really happy about that. I'm also just really happy with my yarn choice. I think Peer Gynt was really great for this one because I love the stitch definition and the feel of this and just how warm and woolly this feels. And I love the color. I think it just, all of it together turned out absolutely perfect, and I can't wait to wear this more. Another thing that really turned out to be perfect is that while I was knitting this the last few days while I was working on the sleeves, the weather was really warm, it was sunny, we could like sit out in the sun, but immediately, and I was like, oh, this weather is too warm for me to be able to wear my Ingrid. But immediately once the Ingrid was finished, the next day it was cold again, and it's grey and cold outside, so now the Ingrid is perfect, and I think this is more of what the spring and summer is going to be like, so I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of the Ingrid, and I am so excited for it. As I said, I used Peer Gynt, and I knit mine in the medium size, and I ended up using 688 grams of the Peer Gynt, so it didn't really take too much yarn, and since I got yarn on an outlet, this whole sweater has just turned out to be really cheap. I got 1 kilo for 300 Norwegian kroner, so that's like $30, and I still have 300 and something grams left of that, so this turned out to definitely be a really cheap sweater, and I am so happy with how the final product turned out, and I didn't really have any issue with the yarn being from Sandnes Garn outlet and being like not good enough to be sold full price. I didn't have any issues with that. The only thing was that some of the skeins were like 10 grams and some of them were 50, so they weren't like real skeins, they were just like bits and pieces here and there of yarn, but I'm definitely really happy with my purchase and what it has turned into, and I think I might even have enough left over to make my son a matching one, which I'm also really excited about. But that is all for this video of the process of watching me knit my Ingrid. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment, and if you want to see more from me, please subscribe and remember to ring that bell button so you get reminded when I post new videos. Bye!